Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. We are... Basically, the plan is... Oh my goodness. What lobby demand was this? Italy. A diplomatic play against Italy. Yeah, I don't want to fight Italy. So we're gonna... Who's that? Oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? A Vietnamese radical revolt? We're in the middle of a war! Where are all these armies going? Excuse me, is there some other location you need to be visiting? Other than the place where the war is happening? Unbelievable. Oh, I see the issue. We need to naval invade. We need to naval invade because these armies are not... We've lost this front somehow, which is a shame because we've got a lot of occupation in this, in the Cambodian uprising. That's so weird. I don't know why this isn't a front right now. Did Dai Nam peace out of the war somehow? This is very confusing. This number is also very confusing. I'm pretty sure it's been long enough that I haven't, that I don't have any, you know, that my costs have gone down from my demobilized armies. But again, I don't know why these armies are not getting their conscripts. I think I may need to actually remobilize these forces in order to have enough power to actually invade here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe when we close out this front will reopen. At least I hope that's how it'll go, because again, I should be able to win this. There's no barrier to me winning this. But let's just remobilize the Iberian Expeditionary Force. Just to make sure. And if we can't properly invade here, then we'll invade with the Iberian Expeditionary Force, and that'll be fine. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mexico's got a war now. Gosh darn it. Stop cycling wars. Guys, I need to demobilize. Alright, how is this invasion going? It is going. Alright, so hopefully that'll be fine and we'll be able to get our invasion, get our occupation, and end that war. We are also winning over here. Which means once we've got an army over here in Mexico dealing with this thing, we should be good to go. And then our finances will be unborked, right? Alright, so there's that. Alright, and then what happened to the front over here? Oh man, this is really bad. I don't know what's going on. Alright, we're going to invade with our major force. We're going to be a little short on strength, but these armies are all going to go to Mexico. Because this has stopped being a front now. Oh, that's real bad. I don't know what to... I don't even know what to do with that. Let's get the Royal Armada back into Iberia. NCO training is going to make all these wars laughable, though. Once we got NCO training, nobody's going to be able to stop us. We'll be able to stomp all over everybody. In Japan, how's the leverage situation? Oh, it's worse. Oh, great. I love that. Alright. Comparison with the Maya... Force comparison with the Maya uprising looks really good. We're almost good to go on convoys now, so that's also good. Alright, there's that revolt cleared out. Armies are on their way to deal with the Maya uprising. We got a new mandate. We'll go ahead and finish out external trade. Ah, we got the New Order achievement, and I think that's for maxing out a power block. So yeah, we made the Iberian Commercial Pact a mega power block. That's the number 2 power block in the whole world. Feeling pretty good about the... Oh my gosh, now it's going down in Bremen. Stop cascading wars. It's not... It doesn't... I need the game to reset. I need the game to reset. Jeepers. Please. Please stop cascading wars. So there's the Maya secession solved. Now this. Now if we could just get our forces here and solve this one before another thing breaks off, our finances will be unborked because because this stuff will reset. Because the goods for military buildings and wages for military buildings, those are like way off from where they're supposed to be. Harvest condition. We are finishing out the construction queue. And I am going to finish out the construction queue because again, these wars should not be a problem. Oh boy. This is we're really okay, I don't want to invest in you, Chile. German Federation relations are pretty good. We got a conservative party. So we'll announce the beginning of the election with overly enthusiastic partisans. Supporters of the Progressive Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. I'm a simple party man. That's all. I know who I like, I know who I don't like, and I know I want my people to win and their people to lose. Crack down, reducing their strength, or let them continue unmolested, weakens the armed forces. So where are the armed forces in this thing? Armed forces are with the Patriotic Union. Progressive Party is the trade unions and the intelligentsia. Let them continue unmolested. That's fine. It's going to upset the armed forces a little bit. This war is USA and UK against Surakarta, but more importantly, Italy and Austria. I think USA and UK are probably going to win. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, with these places... With these two states getting agricultural support, Pebrine should finish out, and then we should be alright with the Pebrine Epidemic. I'm definitely going to sit out this war. Oh my goodness. Farming boom. The encouragement of agricultural development in Valencia has led to a small spike in production of tobacco planting. No! No, it's the silk! We're trying to fix the silk problem. We should look into using this before it goes to waste. Our people will eat like kings. Starvation will be a thing of the past for our citizens. Let us use this to our advantage, not only to help ourselves, but also others. At a cost, of course. Let them know that we are the way forward. Boost our farms further, 10% extra agriculture throughput. Alright. Production and agitation. In collaboration with the Patriotic Union, Diogo Freire de Andrade has secured a deal for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. The interior of the carriage held a pleasant surprise, a crate of several thousand pamphlets printed on an industrial scale, each with instructions in the voting process and a cheaply copied logo of the Patriotic Union. They made a hefty weight, and he hoped would turn out to be an equally sized benefit. Bury our opponents in a sea of paper, 20% momentum, or these connections could be used later, 10% momentum, and he gets the trait ambitious. I think he might already have ambitious. He doesn't. Now we'll just bury our opponents in a sea of paper. And now finally, do a promotion. The armed forces demand the promotion of Brigadier General Jeronimo Coutinho, touting his history of loyal and effective service. He is a Republican, he's honorable, expensive, popular, and a woodland combat expert. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on de Yaude Yauder y Dalmas's face when the lieutenant general learned of his imminent ascension. The rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last, he'd have his due. I'm going to say he's earned it. It's going to make the armed forces happy, and that's good for me. Alright. With this about to pop off... Goodness. A foreign manifesto. The recently translated works of Gunther Verle have become popular within the liberal movement. The relationship has developed to the point of Gunther Verle openly endorsing the movement. And for a whole large class, there is no other road, especially for a nation so eminently practical as the Iberian. The great thing is to get the working class to move as a class, that once obtained, they will soon find the right direction, and all who resist will be left out in the cold. I can pick between a stronger movement or a more active but weaker movement. I think it's fine if the movement's a little stronger. Alright. Gonna go ahead and ignore the rest of these diplomatic plays. Don't want to invest in you, Measure Team. Oman, not my business. Chugurt, not my business. And finally, Casamid State, not my business. Alright, so when this week ends, my expenses should reset, and this number should go way down. That's not as far down as I was hoping. Problematic policing. Police officers in uniform have been discovered supporting the Iberian-British Friendship Committee activities while on duty, lowering public confidence in the police force. A resident of Navarra comments on members of the police force patrol that walk by in pristine uniforms with a hint of arrogance to their gait. Disdain drips from the onlooker's voice. These officers certainly think highly of themselves. They carry out errands for the Iberian-British Friendship Committee and accept their gifts. They ignore their duty to the people of Navarra. As long as everyone's discreet, there's no harm. Radical pops in Navarra, but improves relations with Britain, or we need to restore the public's confidence. 5% of pops in Navarra become more loyalist, reduces the appeasement of the committee. Or reduce the appeasement. F those guys. False democracy. Miguel Oyarzabal has issued a condemnation of the Iberian electoral system, endorsing abstention from voting in what he calls a sham put on to placate the people. In the dictatorship of the reactionary, of the rich and powerful, obscured from the view of the people by a facade of democracy, the best thing one may do is to demonstrate the futility of such a guise, so that the people may be spurred into action regardless of concession. Oh my gosh, he's a rural folk guy. The government must know that we see through their system, reduce legitimacy. Progressives get more momentum, patriots lose momentum. Discrediting the system is the next step towards revolution. Reduce legitimacy, reduce strength per vote. 10% of rural pops become more radical, but the conservatives get momentum, or their supporters aren't voting, ours certainly are. The conservatives get more momentum. Alright, I'm going to do the bottom one. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to necessarily be trying to boot an agitator of the rural folk, but I kind of feel like I've got to be. Alright, so we're finally using all of our construction capacity to finish out the projects that we've currently got on the docket. I'm going to go ahead and... Government wages are already bottomed out. Can I throw another consumption tax? I can throw a consumption tax on coffee. That's going to help a little bit. Finances are not great. We're paying a bunch in interest. We're getting a bunch from diplomatic pacts, including a huge pile from Germany, but not as much from Germany as I feel like they should be giving me with the size of the country. Oh, they're only a major. Gosh. Does that put them behind Italy? It does. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful history. What a beautiful history. Ottoman Empire should finally be... Yeah, they're finally going down in Liberty Desire. Wonderful. I'll be able to turn them into a puppet soon, and that'll hopefully help with my finances. How's the investment pool? Investment pool is going up, but not for long. So we may see a slowdown in economic growth. We really had a hard time with economic growth for a little while. Let's take a look at the market. We've still got a bunch of trade routes to China that are inactive. Let's go ahead and just close out those trade routes. We don't need to sell anything to China. They're doing their own thing. They're, I think, embargoing us, and that's okay. Alright, so some of these trade routes are bad. Just going to close on anything that's totally unproductive. That one certainly is. Gosh, some of these are really brutal. Nope. Sorry about that. Alright. That should help out with the economy. Empty pockets. A series of perceived poor decisions by the Japanese national movement has led to a decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. I've read this line 1,000 times. I'm just going to say everything dies at the end, some faster than others. 30% weaker movement. Hopefully that means they will stop doing stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm just getting bombarded with events here. The grand plan pays off. Eugenio de Almada, the methodical leader of the industrialists, has been studiously working behind the scenes for some time now, and at last all his work has paid off for the industrialists and Iberia. The man is so pleased with his acts that he looks like he is about to burst into flames of contained emotion. How charming. Professionally speaking, though, not the most clever move. The industrialists shall reap the rewards, 30% momentum for the Free Trade Party. Free Trade Party is very small. Or Iberia shall reap the rewards, reduced loan interest rate, increased gold reserve limit. I'm going to do the first one. No, I'm going to do the second one. I don't need the free traders getting larger. Wow, it looks like the Patriotic Union's going to lose a bunch of voters. I guess the trade unions are pretty strong in the country right now. Anyway, the Pebrine Epidemic should be sorting itself out pretty soon. Because again, yeah, decree active at least 75% of states for 1 year after discovering a solution. Oh my gosh, do I actually need to be also doing the one in Kanto? I think I am. Because I think it's been more than a year now. So, let's go ahead and cut a consumption tax on fruit. And we'll encourage agriculture in Kanto as well. It's because this thing only said 21 out of 23, but I think because this only counts incorporated states, but I think you need to have it in 75% of all states in order for the event chain to actually end correctly. Alright, so all of these power plants and whatnot are getting done with within a reasonable time frame. Heck? What is going on with you? This one's not good. This one should be just shrinking, though. No, don't want to invest anywhere right now. So let's take a quick look at market prices, see where we are. We need more motor industries, but I don't want to be spending money building them up right now. Obviously, increasing the size of my building the second navy was really a costly measure. You know what, Orissa? I'll invest in you. I can make money investing in you. Absolutely. Okay, this number, this is looking better. Do I want to increase taxes? I really don't. I really very much do not. Let's take a quick look at our diplomacy. We'll sort by subject type. Protectorates, I've got 5. Can I reduce... Ottoman Empire is really the country I want to reduce. So, we'll keep that going for the time being. Like Cambodia would be nice, but it's really I don't want to go chasing Bremen and whatnot when I can reduce the Ottoman Empire. Now, Bali, why are you so high in liberty desire? I wonder, do you have a bunch of countries supporting your independence? You do. That's really the reason. Well, it is what it is. I'm just going to cut the rest of those trade routes. And that should be just fine. Orissa, you've got an Awadi uprising that you're dealing with. Oh no, this is something else. Curious. Anyway, not my business. Just thought I would take a look. What kind of leverage do we have over Orissa? Could get more. And we have a socialist revolt in Albania. I'll mobilize the expeditionary force to deal with it. There is NCO trooper. Alright, let's quickly upgrade all our units. I upgraded the Navy. I should have upgraded the Army. No, that was the Army. Alright. We're good. We're good. So now that we've got squad infantry, we're going to be in a much better position to win wars. I don't love this number, but we're definitely going to be... because we're using a ton of our authority for those encourage agriculture decrees, we're really, really low on tax income, and that's kind of why the situation's kind of rough right now. This is slowing down economic growth, and that's kind of why we're tumbling a little bit in the national rankings. Whew, I gotta say, consumption-based taxation, it's a really interesting taxation model. It makes for a tough run. Investment pool's actually doing okay, but we're only using half the construction capacity in the country, so that does indeed explain that. So let me see. What's our kind of medium-term plan? Well, for one thing, we're trying to get the Pebrine Epidemic done. That's the main problem we're trying to deal with right now. Once the Pebrine Epidemic has sorted itself out, we should be able to get our consumption taxes back in and fix our finances. This number, we've still got the #1 standard of living in the whole world, which is pretty rock solid. Another thing that's going to help our finances eventually... Hey, we had Kirby for a second. Come back, Kirby, I love you. Is when this number gets below 25, we're going to turn the Ottoman Empire into a delicious... puppet, and that's going to get us another a slight increase in our diplomatic pact income. And hopefully that will compensate for the diplomatic pact income from war reparations from Germany that we lose during other stuff. If you want peace, the armed forces suggest a more hardline foreign policy toward Java due to our poor relations. If half of what you're saying is true, I wouldn't want you anywhere near that border, she said, but I don't think it is. Mother, you've always said not to trust the Javanese. Why would you trust them to respect our borders? No one wants their son to do it because they know it's dangerous. That's exactly why we need to. Set aside polite formalities, they're the enemy. Armed forces happier, deteriorates relations. Or despite our mutual dislike, there's no need to escalate reduced authority. I'm going to do the first one. I don't want to piss off my armed forces. Am I currently sitting on authority debuffs? Yes. So the revolution being canceled, that's costing me 10% of my authority. So that'll go away pretty soon as well. Cause without a rebel. Although Claudius de Reis is still fighting for his cause, no one is following him anymore. Despondent, Dos Reis has publicly remarked that he may give up on his activism altogether. He's our authoritarian. What's the point? Speakers only have any speak to empty halls and empty chairs. There's no crowds, no banners. If anyone pays attention at all, they never understand what we're preaching. What reason is there to stay here? We're all stuck doing nothing. Perhaps you can find greener pastures elsewhere. Bye! Bye, Felicia. Alright, war in Albania seems to be going just fine. Feeling pretty good about that. We got a new guy heading up the trade unions, and he's a social democrat. Interesting. Wow! The legitimacy of our government went way down. Can I get more of that? Doesn't appear I can. The Emperor is 70 years old, but his heir is only 4, so we can't bring him in yet. Gifts among friends. An internal investigation has discovered that a government official received many gifts from Nuno Ivens on behalf of the Anti-British League. The official leading the investigation details his findings. Does Nuno Ivens have no integrity? Oh man. Does Nuno Ivens have no integrity? Among the GURPs sent, the following were FERP. Half a dozen parcels of clerp, a carving nerp, a pocket nerp, 5 pairs of glurp, 23 barrels of serp, and a dozen bottles of Burp's finest calurpadorber. Is this not bribery in support of the Urbi Berber Schlurg's cause? The Urbi Berber Schlurg has done nothing suspect. 5% of trade unions popsicle more loyal, or perhaps the leaders should step down. Extra legitimacy. They've done nothing suspect. It's fine. They're doing social democracy, and it's great. I don't know who they're going to get replaced by. If we get an ethno-nationalist in there, I'm going to be very salty. You know, the North German Federation seems remarkably pleased with my country after the absolute beating I gave them. The root of the problem. Here we go. Following research into the nature of Pebrine, we have successfully discovered both the fungus that is the cause of the disease and a method to prevent it from spreading through the silkworm farms. We are now capable of applying the discovered methods to clear out our farms of the infection. It is created there again by the bad seeds that are prepared there or that are imported there, and the day when we raise in a locality of great culture only seeds deprived of corpuscles, almost all the generations there will be guaranteed against Pebrine and will become, not to mention consider that this disease, clear to reproduce. We are once more at the forefront of science. 10% prestige. Did I not get this already? Okay, well, we're encouraging agricultural industry. So now we just need to wait 1 more year, and it should be fine. Ugh. I thought we'd gotten our solution already, but maybe... Or maybe something just needed to reset. Let's work on our relations. Germany seems good. Relations with Britain are bad. Are we rivals? We're not. Relations with Scandinavia are bad, but I think we're rivals. We're not. Nobody's rivals with Scandinavia. Scandinavia a weak, small country? Yes, it appears they are. Let's be better friends, Scandinavia. Ooh, I love that number. That number is making things better. Got enough authority to throw 1 more consumption tax in there. But the only one I've got is furniture. Luxury furniture, and that's not a great target. What I should really like to tax again is clothes or transportation. Transportation is 22k for well, no, clothes is almost 70k for 150 authority. So that's probably the better target. And then maybe we'll do transportation after that, because transportation's okay. Who's going after me now? Oh my gosh. Mexico? Mexico, I don't know what's going on over there, but you need to stop it. Alright, Mexico, what's going on with you? What's your situation? They're working on wage subsidies. Alright, well that'll do it. Can I fix up Brunei some way? Oh, they're going to agrarianism. Wonderful. What about Sumatra? You've successfully made it to agrarianism. Let me see. You're still in debt slavery. Local police force and serfdom. You're serfdom maxing right now. Not going to be able to do much with the landowners in power. What about you, Dynam? You're going to appoint bureaucrats. All right, that's good. You're doing what you should be doing. Oop, we lost a general. But the armies seem okay right now. Alright, the Pebrine Epidemic completed. With diligent effort on the part of both our scientists and the silkworm farmers who applied their solution, our silk industry has recovered from the Pebrine Epidemic affecting it. Our new knowledge of the cause of the disease will benefit us for many years to come. Finally, the cells were filled once again with cocoons, the worms within unwittingly undergoing the metamorphosis that would soon be cut short by a bath of boiling water. The worker passed between the racks of wooden cells, the shadow of stress almost removed from his brow. His list of tasks had been lengthened, of course, and his pay raised only fractionally, but it was certainly better than not having a job at all. A toast to our scientists. Intelligentsia stronger and happier. Remove the Pebrine Epidemic. Or reactivate our silk industries. There's no time to lose. They get extra throughput. I'm going to say a toast to the scientists. That's good. So, now I can go ahead and remove all of those. Encourage agriculture. Decrees. And throw my consumption taxes back in. Alright, so, clothes, high revenue. From here, let me see, I got 240 to play with. Best ratios are fruit and transport, let's grab them both. Alright, that's made our cash flow much better. Trade agreement with Austria? Absolutely. And I'm really happy about this number. I'm hoping it stays where it is. I'll never pay the government bureaucrats. Never. This isn't that kind of a run. This isn't a paying the bureaucrats run. How's my relations with the USA? Relations are good. What about Brazil? Yeah, let's improve relations with Brazil. Trade agreement, perhaps? Cool. How's our leverage? Ooh, it's pretty good. Okay, but Brazil, hear me out. What if we had a defensive pact as well? And tell you what if I invested in you? No, I can't spend the money. No. We're keeping Iberian money in Iberia. Ooh, and also, we got another uprising in the United Provinces. Man, I sure know how to pick them. I've just been slowly getting angrier and angrier subjects. Lübeck. No, thank you. Is Oldenburg my subject? No, you're a subject of Hanover. But okay, so you're in my alliance. Very good. All right. Well, Hakan uprising is nearly dealt with. Again, I'm very, very desirous of getting this situation sorted out. In fact, I'm going to reduce subject payments. I can't yet. Not until they're paying me. Which I guess makes sense. I can't reduce payments that aren't being made in the first place. Or a radical revolt would be neutral. Ah. Juan Carlos is our new emperor. So the reign of Alfonso de Borbon is ended, and now Juan Carlos, who aligns with the industrialists, is the current king. He is also a child, and we're basically going to have a child ruler for the end of the game, which means I need to not... I need to not remove any consumption taxes, because I'm not going to be able to get them back basically forever. Alright, landowners are no longer influential, though. The Progressive Party's got the industrialists and the trade unions together, because they've got a feminist. A feminist! Oh my gosh, they don't have any votes, though. It's okay, we'll see what happens in the new election. Because that's a really curious spread of parties to be aligned together. Alright, where's my second fleet? Second Iberian fleet, come back to Iberia, please. Doing really well on influence Not doing as well as it could be on convoys, but I'm using a lot of them. I'm using a lot of them for my various trade and other tasks. My various trade and port connections. Alright, well we finally dealt with the Pebrine Epidemic. I've dealt with numerous other revolts, but we're finally working on getting our national debt sorted out. So I'm feeling pretty good as we close out this episode. Thanks again for watching, my nerds. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.